Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tyler McNabb, and this is my 400EX. So today's video is not actually going to be about the 400EX. The 400EX is probably going to be getting a friend sometime today. I think you guys have talked about my dad. I think you've seen him in a couple videos, whether it's during a time lapse or at some point you've probably seen him in a video. But anyway, so he has kind of got the bug to get back into it. He raced a little bit years and years ago, and now he's kind of wanting to get something again. So sometime this morning, I believe we are going to go and get a new toy for the garage. And so I imagine that's why you're here. You're probably from either the title or the thumbnail. You can tell that we're getting a new garage toy today. So, yep. So only really thing left to do is we've talked to the kid. We've gone and looked at it, and it looks like a pretty nice quad. So only thing really left to do is go pick it up, pay him, and bring it home so we can look at it. So hopefully I'll see you guys back here. It'll be just a couple seconds for you, but for me, maybe a couple hours or so. Hopefully I'll be back here with a new garage toy, so see you then. Okay guys, so got back not too long ago, went in and ate some lunch, and now I'm back out here, and we got us a new toy in the garage, so probably don't want to wait anymore. It's probably what you guys are here to see, so let's take a look at it. So that's my 400, and this is the new toy for the garage. So what we have here, it is a 2006 Honda 450R. And so, as you can tell, we got a liquid cooled 450. So that's one of the main differences. If you're not totally sure about all these different types of ATVs, this guy's liquid cooled. The difference between that and mine is mine is air cooled. So if you can see all the fins on the engine, that's what those are for, is to cool the engine off. And then mine has an oil cooler up underneath, so the oil runs through it, and that's how it cools the engine. This, however, has a radiator with a fan and coolant, and as you can see here, that coolant is running all throughout the engine. There's no fins on this engine because it's liquid cooled. So that's the main difference between mine and this one is the engine. And these liquid cooled engines make a lot more power. So from the factory, a 400EX probably makes, I think it's in the low 20s, like 23 horsepower. And these from the factory stock make like low 40s, so I'm pretty sure. So it's like basically double what mine makes, and so that's what you see in a lot of my videos. The real fast guys, well, pretty much everybody that races, the majority are racing the 450s. So anyway, that's enough for that, and then I'll just kind of go over what's done to it. As I said, it's a 2006 450R. And so being a 2006, it's electric start. And so that's the nice thing. The 04s and the 05s are kickstart from the factory. 06 and up are electric start. One plan of upgrade at some point is to put a kicker conversion on it as well. So that way we have a kicker backup. But this thing already does have a 24-volt system, so hopefully we won't have to worry about the battery dying or anything. It's got a 24-volt system on it. Start from the top. Got a good set of flex bars with some Sycra handguards. And then it also has ASV levers on both the clutch and the brake. The thing that's probably sticking out to you is that front bumper that the guy that had it made it custom. So it's a custom front bumper made to kind of mimic the PRM Summits. So at some point, probably upgrade to a different bumper, probably one of those, just because they look really good. So anyway, got that. And then here we have a 450 aftermarket hood. I'm not sure exactly what brand this is, if it's a Mare hood or I don't think it's Forworks, so I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember who all makes the 450 hoods. But anyway, aftermarket hood on it, so it's got the headlight delete. We look down here, we have a CCP steering stabilizer. Very similar. It's basically a cheaper version of the Precision, which is what I have on mine. So we got that. We have, in terms of suspension, we have Elka Legacy Series shocks all the way around. The kid that owned it bought them brand new at the beginning of the year, so we've got those front and rear on this thing. So that's basically the same exact shocks I used to have on my quad. So they're not, you know, they're not top level shock, but they're a good shock, especially for starting out. So they'll be good for my dad while he's riding it. So we got that. And then go back down here, I guess we got a Hauser. I think it's probably it's either, that looks like it may just be standard height steering stem. I can't remember exactly, but that's pretty much it on the front end. If we come out here, we can see we've got some Alba Racing Nerf bars. They're not my favorite Nerf bars just because the only thing I don't like about them, they look good, but the only thing I'm not a big fan of is the bar doesn't go through and connect like on mine. And so they're good Nerf bars, but for like a real hardcore racer, they're not the best just because you're risking a lot. There's a lot of weight riding on this little bolt. So, but other than that, they look good. So eventually I'll probably upgrade those. One of the nice things that the kid that I bought it from actually wasn't wanting to get rid of them, but we were able to throw in a little extra cash and get them, is we got the Hypers with them. He bought these brand new at the beginning of this year. So these are Hyper Tech 3s, just like I've got on my quad. We have the 4-to-1 front offset, and then the rears, I think they're like 4.5 by 4.5. Or yeah, that's right. They're usually 4.5 by 4.5. They're dual bead locks inside and out, so that's good. And then engine is pretty much, as far as we know, is stock. It's a stock engine, which is really good for reliability. I think he said it does have a Henson clutch basket in it, but other than that, engine is pretty much stock. As you can see, this is overall, it's a pretty clean machine. This is an 06. This paint on the frame is all factory paint. So this quad, as I can tell, I mean, when we looked at it, and then just talking to the kid that owned it, he and the owners before him took really good care of this quad. It's really clean for an 06. So that was pretty nice. It does have a skid plate that looks like the skid plate that I just bought, because it's a little bit thinner. I'd say it looks like a BCC skid. So we've got that on there. And then back up here, he said it is a Sparks Racing header with an Lex slip-on LEXX. So we've got that. We have some sort of rear grab bar. Not sure on the brand. But we do have an aftermarket rear grab bar, so that's nice. We got that. Back here, we've got this rather aggressive, I think this is made by Glan, sprocket guard. I think it's their Digger sprocket guard, so, you know, not only will it protect the sprocket and chain, but it's also gonna dig pretty hard. So we got that. It has just a plastic rotor guard, which is better than nothing, so that's really good. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. It's a good little quad. I mean, it's a good starting point. My dad's just kind of getting back into it, and then, you know, maybe at some point it'll turn into my 450. If I ever move up from the 400, I may have to buy it from him. But anyway, it's going to be a good starting point. We'll probably tinker with it over the winter, maybe do some little upgrades here and there. But overall, like I said, the kid who owned it before us, he did a really good job of taking care of this thing. even when we showed up to look at it, he put a brand new air filter in it. He said he put, I was kind of surprised. It sounded like when we talked to him, he changed the oil after every race, which is understandable. I know a lot of people do that, especially in the 450s. Then I thought he also said that he changed the air filter after every race, which is, I mean, that's going above and beyond, because I mean, I wash out my air filters, clean them. I've got a couple of them that I swap out every now and then. But overall, it's a good quad. Probably paid a little more than we would have originally wanted. But with how the market is these days, it's kind of what you have to spend, because a couple quads we looked at in this price range were just not as nice as this one. You know, they had stuff that needed to be done, you know, bearings worn out and plastics weren't quite as nice, just little stuff here and there that if you're spending a decent amount of money on a quad, you don't want to have to, you know, do a bunch of work to it or something the second you bring it home. So I think we made a good purchase. Should be a good quad, and hopefully get some ride time on it this winter, and you know, you should be seeing it on the channel. So this is just kind of a little update video to show the new vehicle that's going to be on the channel. You'll see it every now and then, and but yeah, 400's not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. I will, I was actually talking to my dad about this the other day, but like, I will honestly probably never sell the 400 as far as I can think. Even if I were to go buy a 450 and, you know, start racing it, I mean, this 400, I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but I mean, it's got a lot of sentiment. I've got a lot of sentimental value with it. It's, I've put a lot of time, money, and hours into it to make it look like it does. So, honestly, somebody would have to offer me an absurd amount of money before I would even think about selling it. So, it's one of those quads that, you know, it's not really costing me anything to sit out here, so might as well keep it. And plus, yeah, I love it. It's a great machine. It's super reliable and all that fun stuff. But this winter, we'll probably do some maintenance on it, and maybe even see some nice powder coat on it this winter. We'll see. But that'll be kind of a future video, hint, hint, that I'll probably get into later. So anyways, thanks for coming and watching. I appreciate it, you guys. Like I've said in the past, without you guys coming and watching the videos, I have no reason to make them. So I enjoy making them, and it's something fun to do, to document the process of, you know, working on these, because I'm going to be doing it. So I might as well share it with some of you guys. So anyway, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming and watching. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.